In 2002, Dave Dombrowski fired Randy Smith and Phil Gardner, took over GM duties 6 games into the season. Only current players on the team then, Omer Infante, Brandon Inge, Fernando Rodney, Jamie Walker, and Craig Monroe. More of a meow than a roar. So how do you build a team? You build with arms. Drafted Joel Zumaya, traded for Jeremy Bonderman, and threw in about with Curtis Granderson. January 2003, acquired Nate Robertson for the Marlins. Wouldn't be the last time they go fishing. How'd that all work out? They went 43-1 19, most AL losses ever. Still plenty of work to do. Before the 2004 season, they went out and got Marcus Tibbs, Carlos Guillen, and netted a pretty big fish with Pudge. We are not there yet. 2004 is still missing something. Finished 18 games under 500, but did pick up McLaren Ordonez and draft Justin Verlander. 2005, not much better, actually 2 games worse. Finished 71 and 91. They did host the All-Star game, which was cool. Only Tiger that played Pudge, but he's there every year. Still need to shake it up. Out goes Alan Trammell, in comes Jim Leland, an old school guy managing a young team, closed the deal on a closer. And that wasn't the only gamble. Now it's 2006.
No question in my mind as we went through it that passion that Jim Leland has had throughout his career is back within him to manage. And with that, the decision to me, name one of the top managers in the game of baseball in recent time, to bring him back to this organization is a day that is a big day for our franchise.
I have to talk today about moving forward and how thrilled I am that Mr. Ilitch and Dave Dombrowski are giving me the opportunity to run this ball club. I don't really have any secret formulas. I've talked with Dave. One of my philosophies has always been it's more important to work smart than it is necessarily work hard. I think you have to have the combination to do that. I know very little about your ball club, and I say your ball club, and now part of my ball club. I don't really know a lot about it, to be honest with you. I don't really know a lot about the American League, but I assume that I will pick up on that rather quickly.
Not only did I say that we would win close to 90 games, I'm picking the Tigers to win the division.
Wow.
I am picking them to win the division. This time last year, no one picked Chicago White Sox to win. I'm picking the Tigers. If they stay healthy, get some pitching, they're going to win this division. The White Sox will not.
Let's hope he's right.
The Tigers season got started on opening day with a whiff,
Swung on and missed. Down he goes.
a boom, and a zoom.
Breaking ball, got it.
Kenny Rogers, who at 41 was the Tigers' oldest opening day starter ever, got his first win wearing the Old English D. He took advantage of power supplied by Chris Shelton in his first multi-home run game of his big league career.
It's a home run for Chris Shelton, and the Tigers have their first run of the season.
While 21-year-old rookie flamethrower Joel Zoom Zoom Zumaya made his big league debut, striking out 3 in 2 scoreless innings. After laying down a royal whooping in KC,
He's still going back to the wall, and it's gone. Carlos Guillen.
it was off to Texas, where another rookie, 23-year-old Justin Verlander, would take his turn. He went 7 scoreless innings for his first big league win, giving each starter a win in their opener for the first time in franchise history, en route to the team's first 5-0 start since 1993. But that start was followed by 6 losses in the next 8 games, including a 10-2 loss to Cleveland on April 17th, a game in which Chris Shelton became the fastest man in AL history to hit 9 home runs. But afterward, Jim Leland was the Tiger who roared.
Yeah, we stunk, period. Stunk, and it's not good enough. It's been going on here before, and it's not going to happen here. It's not going to go on here. We had a chance to come out and take a series, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about in team. Myself, the coaches, and everybody else included. It's my responsibility to have the team ready to play today. They weren't ready to play. They were ready to get on the plane and go to Oakland. If we won, it was okay, and if we lost, it was okay, and that's not good enough. Are there any other questions? If not, I'm done.
The skipper's message was well received as the team went on the road and won 6 of 9, including 2 of 3 in Oakland and a sweep in Seattle.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out on a changeup, and Fernando Rodney has a 1-2-3 ninth inning. He strikes out 2 here in the 9th.
Then it was back home to face Minnesota, a team the Tigers swept by outscoring them 33-1 in a series. The series ended with a 6-0 shutout, the team's 5th shutout in the month. The Tigers ended their first month of the season with a 16-9 record, matching their best start since 1984. Yes, this start was definitely a sign of things to come.
Marvel's 1-0. Swung on and belted deep in the air to right field. Jones will turn and watch it go.
Woo, it's starting to get fun around here, Mario. With this kind of atmosphere in this ballpark, with all the Tigers fans, this team playing as well as it's playing, it's starting to get awfully fun to watch these guys play.
The way they're winning, they're going to be a good ball club all year, and then they're going to get better and better over the next few years.
That breaking ball, he can flip it to left field.
Ball's trying to get the troops fired up here. Here's the 0-2. High fly ball, deep left field. Luna is back to the wall. It's tied.
He wasn't listening to me. He hung the breaking ball. He hung the breaking ball.
Marcus brings the house down. And it's gun time indeed. But Marcus Thames ties this one up. We'll go to the 10th. 6-6. So Granderson, who has had yet another huge night, 4 hits, a steal, an RBI, 2 runs scored. In fact, he singled to start the 9th inning, and that led to the game-tying home run. Johnson ready with a 3-1 pitch. Here it is. Up high, ball 4. Winning run is on with 2 outs. Thames, the man of the hour, with a 2-run homer, and he's lurking on deck. 3-1 on Placido Polanco. Slice to the gap in right center. That ball is down. It's going to go to the wall. Here comes Granderson. He's rounding third. He will score, and the Tigers win. Continues at Comerica. Unbelievable. Double by Polanco gives the Tigers the victory.
They call him the hit maker.
Tigers are not ready to give up first place just yet.
Go ahead on, Placido. This is fun. You better get down here, folks. It's exciting.
7-6, the Tigers win it in 10. A 2-out walk to Granderson and a double by Polanco. Tigers win 7-6 the final. We'll be back to wrap it up from Comerica Park right after this. All tied at 1. St. Louis and Detroit. Jeremy Bonderman is done for the night, but what a game he pitched today. And he will get a no decision in this one as Joel Zamaya takes over on the hill now. And you talk about a test. Pujols, Rolen, and Edmonds as we look at the numbers in the wall side windows pitching change.
45 strikeouts in 36 and 2/3 innings for the big right-hander.
Breaking ball and a dandy. Neither is that pitch.
Oh! This is just downright dirty, and it's not fair. Back-to-back breaking balls. Gives him a fastball at 101, and then he finishes them off with another nasty curveball. Joe, easy, big fella.
Another big crowd here today. Enjoying an outstanding ball game dominated by the pitching. First pitch swinging is Gomez, and he singles to right. So the go-ahead run is on now. The Tigers get just their 5th hit of the game. Ponson has scattered 5 hits. Here comes the crowd. And here comes the gum. Little tapper hit right back past the mound. Eckstein will throw. Save!
That's just as good as a bunt.
So it's going to be lefty-lefty when we come back in a 1-1 ball game.
I'm not going to get fooled by a breaking ball in the dirt.
3-2. Fly ball in the air, center field. Edmonds on the run, still going back, not going to get it. Gomez will score. Here comes Inge. He will score. Perhaps the throw. He's out. Edmonds had to run that ball down to the center field wall. Gomez scores the go-ahead run. Inge is thrown out at the plate. 1 for 3 for Placido. Had a base hit back in the first. That runner at third base is huge right now with 2 outs. And it's a fair ball inside the bag at third. Polanco knocks one in. He's motoring to second. He's in with a double. 3-1 Tigers.
On Palazzo, Polito, Polanco, Polito, Blanco, however you say it. Easy for me to say. Bobblehead day. He just gets off, and he's a smart hitter. They pitched him inside all series long. Getting your props now.
All right, I appreciate it. It just happens for some reason. There's a ground ball. Base hit. Here comes Polanco. He's going to come around. Here comes the throw to the plate. Safe. Punch takes second, and he is out. Single. RBI. Polanco scores. Jones will come in, and it's 4-1 Tigers. One in the 4th inning, 3 in the 8th to break the 1-1 tie. Ground ball hit to second base. Polanco, Guillen. That's a Tiger sweep. Jonesy with the save. And the Tigers sweep the Cardinals. The 7th win of the year for the Tigers, entering the 8th, tied or trailing.
It's a great weekend of baseball, and 42,000 fans enjoyed it. And what a turn by Guillen. An absolute beautiful turn, and boy, these guys are playing some outstanding baseball right now.
League looking for some redemption, and so is tonight's American League starter. If I would have told you 365 days ago that Kenny Rogers would be taking the mound tonight as a starter, and not being booed in the All-Star game. You might have thought I was crazy. Remember, he had the run-in with the cameraman.
Well, remember, he was an All-Star last year. He came on our show. We interviewed him. We talked to him. He apologized. He made a big mistake. He's paid for it financially. He's paid for it with his reputation. But I've known him for 13 years. He's a good guy. He has 200 wins in the big leagues. A great offseason signing by the Detroit Tigers, and that's why they have the best record in the American League Central.
And he told me yesterday he really hopes all is forgiven because this is about celebrating baseball.
The Detroit Tigers outfielder Maglio Ordonez. Batting sixth and catching out in the bullpen from the Detroit Tigers, Ivan Rodriguez. Warming up, batting ninth and pitching from the Detroit Tigers, Kenny Rogers.
What the National League has to do, they have to innovate with the first two guys in their lineup. That's Alfonso Soriano, Carlos Beltran. They've got to be aggressive on the bases, but keep in mind, if they're aggressive on the bases, they're aggressive against the best throwing catcher in the history of baseball.
Well, before the game, we heard some from manager Phil Garner of the National League side. Hey, look, it's the first pitch at the bottom of the first inning, and Soriano goes after it and flies it to Ichiro in right. One pitch, one out. Once again, let's give you another look at the lineup for the National League. Kenny would have to throw from 40 feet 6 inches to throw as hard as Brad Penny did in the top half of this inning. That is not Kenny Rogers' game. But here's a 41-year-old left-hander getting his first All-Star game start.
Brad Penny, a strikeout pitcher. Kenny Rogers, a contact pitcher.
The 1-1. Out in front of it is Beltran. His first 5 seasons. An RBI chance here in the first, and he takes a strike from Kenny Rogers. The reigning MVP in the National League. And since he joined the Cardinals in 2001, that's where he ranks across Major League Baseball in those categories.
Staggering production.
And he gets under it, pops it into center. Out goes Jeter. Derek Jeter, the shortstop, takes it in, 2 down. And a good pitch by Rogers. Tricked him on a pitch down and away. Took something off, and the inning is over. A 1-out double by Beltran. He's left out there, and after 1 in the All-Star game, no score. For the National League side, back to the Gold Glove Award winner. 1 down. Let's check in with Kevin Kennedy.
Knox in Anaheim last week, but he's a great hitter, and he took advantage of the short right field.
And now you're back in the game. You're off the hook, Brad. All right, thanks, buddy. Thanks a lot, Brad. Congratulations. Joe, back upstairs.
All right, Kevin. Well, while you two were talking, David Wright, the 23-year-old stud third baseman from the Mets, took a delivery and shot it over the wall and left to tie this game at 1. Kenny Rogers is my starter, and he's going to pitch 10 innings. Trying to wear down one of the game's best. Here's a 2-2. Utley. Nice try by Rogers. Jeter can't get it to first in time, and it's an infield hit for Chase Utley, and it's more for you about David Wright. Liriano and Santana. And then the closers. Rogers starts it. Beautifully turned 1-6-3 to end the second. We're tied 1-1. Couple of home runs in the All-Star game. AL-NL. Back after this from your local Fox station. Ordonez batting for Kenny Rogers. Strike 1. Maglio has had a rebirth. He's finally healthy. The lower half of his body is healthy. It's improved his bat speed. Ordonez strikes out. First 2 are gone here in the 3rd inning.
And I love to watch Albert Pujols hit. Look at that ball. That's a bullet right there. We got a great arm in center field. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Oh, no. Well.
Out at the plate is Soriano, and there you go. There's a play from Vernon Wells in center. That's what this game is all about.
All right, that's what it's about. Yeah, that's what we got to see. We saw a great play, a nice swing in the back, kid. That'll way to go.
Phil, you've got a headset on. You can't even argue.
I'd have to argue that play right there. I told I told Jerry I wasn't going to argue, but I'd had to go out there and argue if this thing had been long enough. Sure looked to me like he was already on the plate. I'll at least stick my tongue out at it.
Well, if it helps, just take the headset off and run out there.
Okay.
A super job on the field. Returns for the play-by-play. Good job.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That was nice.
Really nice.
Nice moment here in Pittsburgh. And, you think about it's been over 30 years since Roberto Clemente played for these Pittsburgh Pirates, dying in 1972. Rodriguez hits it off the end of the bat. 2 out. And young and old are here to honor Roberto Clemente here at PNC Park tonight. Changeup. The National League is 1 out away from a 2-1 victory. The 0-2. Line drive is a base hit into right center field. Young has delivered. The American League is back on top. Young will dig for third. Throw by Eckstein. Too late. Michael Young, a hero in the 9th inning for the AL. Chance. 1-2 pitch. Lee floats one into shallow right. Out is Young. Michael Young secures it, and the American League has secured home field advantage in the upcoming World Series with a 3-2 win.
I think the American League loves this format. Whoever wins the All-Star game gets the home field advantage in the World Series. Since that format, they haven't.
Final score, American League wins it with a rally in the 9th inning. 3-2 the final. Let's go down to Jeannie Zelasco.
Tigers 9 and the Royals 9 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Carlos Guillen with 1 out.
Beautiful country up there.
Oh, it is. That's high. It's in the air toward left. And it is gone! It's over the wall for a game-winning walk-off home run! Big League 2 strikes again! Guillen wins it!
This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
It hung up long enough to get over the wall. 11th home run of the year for Guillen.
We told you when a guy has good numbers, even though this season from a right-handed standpoint, the number's not good, he went into this at-bat with a tremendous amount of confidence, and it looked like he got him a little breaking ball flipped up there, and he flipped it out of here, and that is our Coors Light cold blast.
Herman went back to the wall, looked like he might have a play, and it cleared it.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at this thing. Just get over. A walk-off win for the Tigers tonight. They get a run in the bottom of the 9th inning, a 10-9 victory in front of more than 38,000 fans, and our Chevy player of the game is Carlos Guillen. The Tigers won it tonight. Our final score 10-9. We're not done yet. We go to the FSN studios. Let's join Trevor Thompson and Cameron Wong for the Busch Light DSR. The 0-2, breaking ball and a dandy, got him looking. And again the 2-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a fastball at 99.
Even in 98, he has that in his gas tank.
Down goes Stairs. Breaking ball, and look at that. Oh my goodness. Long jumper in high school. Wave and a miss. How about Verlander carving up a couple of Royals hitters? 5 strikeouts. Breaking ball and a beauty, and how many times have we seen that today? Another strikeout for Verlander, his 6th. Time crowd here, better than 40,000 fans. Watching Justin Verlander. Twirly jam, look at that play. Oh my goodness. Wow. Did it sound louder off the bat or when it hit the glove?
That's amazing. once again, and this Kansas City Royals team just cannot score against Justin.
A Chevy player of the game will go with the starter, Justin Verlander, and he was outstanding. Seven innings, 2 hits. He struck out 6. He's given up just an earned run in his last 22. Give the Tigers another win. Their 62nd of the year.
Well, it certainly looks like the race in the AL Central will be decided sometime near the end of September, because the Tigers and Sox look like they're going to battle it out until the very end. And the first pennant race in 18 years is a lot of fun for fans in Detroit, but as Shireen Sasky found out, the team refuses to get caught up in the hype.
Ground ball left side. Here's the throw. He is safe, and the Tigers win.
With each victory Detroit's Boys of Summer deliver, the number of believers dramatically increases.
It's fun to see their fans excited because they've been through some tough time with us, and to see now that we're definitely doing some things to allow them to be excited around here is definitely a positive feeling.
It's been outstanding. I mean, the fans have been great. They come here, they provide an energy for us, and we try and match that every single night.
Back up the middle into center field, a base hit. Here comes Inge. Baldelli spotted the play, is ear-mailed. He scores, and the Tigers win.
The excitement generated at Comerica Park has followed the Tigers nearly everywhere on the road, perhaps no more so than in Chicago, where the Tigers swept the Cubs.
They started chanting, let's go Tigers, and it just gave you, it just gave you chill bumps to know that, hey, they're following us, they're excited, and it just brings on a new attitude. I want to go out and do more to keep making this thing work for this team.
And while the Tigers are enjoying this season as much as their fans are, they are very careful not to get caught up in all the hoopla.
If you get caught up in all the stuff that's going on around you, you're going to lose your focus on what you have to do. And, so we have to, we're going to have to rely on the commemorative DVD to enjoy, all the festivities.
We're just taking it one day at a time. I know people hate to hear that saying over and over again, but that's what we're doing. We're just trying to be very, routine and regimented about what we're doing every day, and, that the results are adding up.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 wins and counting. At this pace, even the century mark is realistic.
We know what it is that they are. I remind you, last July, the Nationals were in first place. Detroit has to do the proving here. They're 3-10 against the best teams in the American League.
I'm going to disagree with you to this point. The White Sox last year was sort of in the same position as Detroit this year. The White Sox even came out hot and I believe had a 4-game sweep of Cleveland after the All-Star break. But right now, the White Sox are 4.5 games behind Detroit. Right. The Yankees are breathing down their neck. Minnesota keeps getting people hurt, but with that pitching staff, they're not so far behind the White Sox for a wild card spot either. I think that the White Sox have to reestablish who they are. You can't just go around saying we're the champs. You got to play like the champs.
But they have done it before. Detroit hasn't done it. Detroit has fattened up on the Royals. They're 11-1 against the Kansas City Royals. You got to beat some of these teams. You've got to beat when you're 3-10 against Boston and the Yankees and the White Sox. They've got more to show here.
Hi, Bernie.
Carr, I'm Devin. It is a massive night here at Comerica Park. Tigers with a 4.5-game lead on the White Sox, and the White Sox are in town. Nate Robertson against John Garland. Without question, probably the biggest series that this park has ever seen.
Listen, they're up 4.5 games on the White Sox. They got the first of 3 here at Comerica. This is a very big series. The media's all over it. The fans are excited. I talked to Curtis Granderson and said, are you guys caught up in the hype on this team, or are you downplaying it a little bit? And here's what he said.
All 25 guys have pretty much minimized it. The fans, who could be our 26th player, they've definitely played it up, and it's definitely exciting for them, probably the most important for them. But for the 25 guys that are going to be actually on the field, we look at it as just another series right now. When you look at where the fans have been in the past years and whatnot, and looking at right now where we are, the team we're playing, where they are, and a chance to do some great things. So I can totally understand why they are the way they are, how excited they are, and definitely don't take a step down from it. Just be more and more excited.
They win 3 games, they're up 7.5, and that would be terrific.
York, the start of a big in Big Al Central. White Sox at Tigers. Detroit has the best record in baseball, but it's just 1-5 versus Chicago this year. The Sox are 4.5 back and have lost 5 of 6. You buying this as a must-win series for Chicago, Tim?
No, I'm selling this. This is the middle of July, not the middle of August, and you said it right there. The White Sox are 5-1 against the Tigers. They know they can beat that team. They got a lot of games left against them.
Jay?
I'm buying it, though. If the Sox were to get swept here and their starting pitching has stunk of late, they'd be 7.5 games out. And you know in this city what people think when, oh, my God, they're 7.5 out. You got to look at the schedule, as Paige says. As Paige says, look late in the year. The Tigers finish with a very easy schedule. Kansas City, 7 of their last 10 games. And the White Sox have the toughest schedule of the American League contenders. Yeah, it's a big series.
Woody Page, go.
I'm buying it. There's a big difference between being a game and a half out and continuing to pressure the Tigers, who've never been in this situation, or being 6.5 or 7.5 out, and you can then let the Tigers kind of cruise. You got to jump on, especially Kenny Rogers, who is bad in the second half of the season. He's struggling right now. You got to jump these guys to get back into the race.
Adande.
I'm buying. Usually I'm not too big on must wins in the middle of July. However, this time they actually need to get some space or get some momentum going here in the division. They're 4.5 game backs. They can't win the division just because everybody says they're the better team. They actually have to overtake the Tigers. Here's a great chance. Also, they got to start worrying about the wild card. Look in the rearview mirror with the Yankees and the Blue Jays playing well.
Hey guys, we got the world champions here. We got the Tigers, the team with the best record in Major League Baseball. It is a battle between the top 2 teams in the Central. And when you look at it, Monica alluded to this, it's a battle between a world champion and a contender looking for respect. And sometimes that respect doesn't come easily. Let me take you to the Chicago Tribune this morning and a column by Rick Morrissey. Look at some of the quotes in there. The Tigers aren't great. There, I said it. I wrote it. I'll sing it if you'd like. They're good enough to be in first place in the American League Central in the middle of July. They won't be there by the end of September. The Sox will. They're a fine story, but people are confusing a fine story with a fine team. The Tigers aren't there yet. There's too much season left, too much Sox left. He goes on to say manager Jim Leyland is using all the experience in his tobacco-stained hands to massage this team to know not greatness, but very goodness. We'll have to wait and see, but obviously some people still don't believe in this Tiger team.
Check of the standings finds the Tigers 4.5 games up on the White Sox in the American League Central. The potential is there to stretch that to 7.5 or see it shrink rather markedly. This is why we'll watch these games so intently and why the ballpark will be filled. The reason why Chicago is yet to be convinced is that they have won 5 of the 6 meetings between the Tigers and the White Sox so far this.
Back here at Comerica Park, it is 2-0 White Sox in the lead. Game 2 in this 3-game series. Chicago won last night, and they're trying to make it 2 straight. Crowd just aching for something to yell about. Line drive to left, base hit. And now the Tigers have put the first 2 men on here in the 6th inning. Pudge is 2 for 3. Nate Robertson trying to get the offense going. Ground ball. It's through a base hit. Polanco rounding third. They'll send him home, and he will score. 3 consecutive base hits for the Tigers, and it's 2-1. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and belted. Deep in the air to left. Hossetnik is back. Grand slam!
He hung one too many.
And this crowd has erupted.
Monroe got that lean going around the bases too. Go ahead on, baby boy. Gotta love it. He hung one too many, Mario.
You said Monroe has had big hit after big hit. Here's another.
He hung that curveball. We told you earlier, if you weren't with us, that's the pitch they say he should get rid of. And as soon as he hit it, you knew it was gone. He crushed it.
A 5-2 ball game on the grand slam home run. They have been waiting and waiting and waiting for something to scream about tonight, and the sellout crowd is on its feet. And there comes Simo. Craig Monroe has given the Tigers the lead with a grand slam. Two Tigers. We're in the 9th. Fly ball, shallow right field. Polanco is back, calling, catching, and the Tigers win. A 5-run 6th inning is the difference tonight. Craig Monroe, one of the heroes this evening, as the Tigers even up this series at a win apiece. Tigers win it tonight, 5-2 our final score. Right now we go to the FSN studios. Let's join Mickey York and Matt Morrison for the Busch Light DSR postgame. It starts right now.
Got ourselves a 1-1 tie here at Comerica Park. Pudge Rodriguez with a clutch RBI single to tie the game at 1 as we go to the top of the 7th here in Detroit. And a guy I think all of us were hoping a chance to get to see in person here in one of these 2 games. Joel Zumaya, the right-hander, the rookie, throws sometimes 100 or 101 miles per hour at the outset of this season. Wow. Getting the job done, liking what he sees from his D. Now Monroe, who hit the grand slam last night, has tripled and flied out here today. Grounds one down to third. Creedy to second for 1, and what a takeout slide there by Timms to prevent any thought of a double play.
That's just good, solid, clean, hard-nosed baseball right there.
Shelton, the battery's 0 for 2. Pretty good lead over at first by Monroe. And a swing and a fly ball, well hit left center. It's going to get down. Monroe around third, coming home. An RBI double by Shelton, and the Tigers lead. Zumaya remains in the game for the Tigers, and how good is this? Tommy, Konerko, and Dye coming up for the White Sox. One of the hardest throwing pitchers in baseball against 3 of the best sluggers in baseball. Tommy 0 for 2 with a walk this afternoon. 2-1 Tigers 8th inning. Hey, take something off. 1-1.
I'm not sure Kenny Rogers threw 87 with a fastball today.
Now the curveball in for a strike. 1-2. The 2-2 and a breaking ball grounded out to the second baseman Polanco. Out in shallow right. He'll get it. 1 down. The 0-1 and a fastball swung on and missed. 0-2. He got him. A breaking ball over the outside corner.
I don't think you can give this kid up.
No, I couldn't consider that one. The 1-1 to Creedy. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. He's painting at 100.
I want to stand up and cheer just because this is fun to watch.
Got him. Into right field. Ordonez back, and the Tigers take 2 out of 3. Todd Jones gets the save. Detroit wins 2-1. Marcus Timms with a takeout slide. Chris Shelton with a big hit. Joel Zumaya 2 overpowering innings in relief, and the Tigers have a 5.5-game lead in the Central.
That's belted in the air, way back into right field. This one has a chance, and it's gone. Sean Casey, who supposedly didn't have much power, has just homered to give the Tigers another run.
He got a whole lot of talent, though. The Tigers entered the month of August a full 35 games over 500, but the 31 days that followed provided the ultimate highs and lows of the 2006 season.
Here comes Pudge. Ian trying to stop it, and Pudge wants the home plate umpire right now, Jeff Nelson.
The tying runs are on for the Tigers in the 8th in a ball game in which at one point they were down 5-0. Now Craig Monroe. There goes the runner. Swung on and belted deep to left. Is it fair? It is foul. Oh my goodness.
Oh, these cardiac kids, boy. This is fun.
2 of them that just barely missed in this inning. Guillen hit one as well. Here comes the crowd again. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a high fly ball deep into left field. Michaels is back to the wall. Gone. Grant did it again.
Tigers. He does it again. Ground ball, diving stoppage, throws to second, got him! Oh, what a play! What a game! Jones the save, Inge a diving play, and Monroe the game winner. Tigers, we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. It's 3-2. The Indians lead. Tigers need 1 to tie, 2 to win. Now Carmona will face Inge, who lays down a bunt, right side, tough play. He's saved. Brandon with a bunt base hit, and here we go. It's gun time. One more out to go for Carmona, and it's going to be a tough task here with Pudge Rodriguez standing in. Tigers down to their final out. And now again the crowd to its feet. 45,000 strong tonight. Night after night after night. Literally unbelievable.
You don't want to miss this, folks. It's awfully fun.
So the Tigers go on and get the 2-run homer by Pudge Rodriguez in the bottom of the ninth inning. Pudge doing the honors tonight, the walk-off honors, the arms in the air, and that look says it all. The Tigers win again. Our next Tigers telecast is tomorrow, the finale in this series against these Cleveland Indians. That game will be seen on FSN Detroit, starting with the Tigers pregame show at 12:30. Now for Rod Allen, this is Mario and Pemba saying so long from, again, a delirious Comerica Park. Our final score tonight, with 2 in the bottom of the ninth, the Tigers 4, the Indians 3. You've been watching thrilling Tigers baseball. Tigers looking to snap a 5-game losing streak. Here's the first pitch of the ball game tonight. And it's hammered down the right field line. Fair ball, going to go to the corner. It's extra bases for Granderson, who wastes no time. He'll hit the bag at second, and he'll go for 3. Here comes the relay, not in time. On the first pitch of the ball game, Curtis Granderson has a triple. Well, now the count is 3-2. What does Nate come back with here? Maybe another slider. Crowd starting to get into it again with Ortiz up there leading things off in the 6th inning. 3-2 pitch. It's strike 3. Well, look at the look on Robertson's face. That says it all right there. Have a sit down, young man.
Go ahead on, compete, Nate.
Have a whole lot of speed. That's line to center field and a base hit. Not going to matter. Casey scores. Infante will score. And Vance Wilson comes up with a huge hit on a 1-2 pitch.
That's how Jim Leland gains confidence in his players.
But this is a good setup here if you want to get one. And it's line to center field instead of base hit. Ramirez coming to third. They're going to send him home. The throw comes into Guillen. Now to the plate, and he is out.
Thank you very much.
Manny Ramirez is out by a couple of feet after the throw came into second.
Thank you.
That a break? Oh my goodness. Bouncing ball hit to the right side should do it. Infante throws to first, and the Tigers come into Fenway and win the first game in this series. A 1-2-3 inning for Todd Jones as he gets the save. There They're going to stay away here with a 2-2 fastball, and he swings right through it and misses it. Is on the move here on 3-2, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. The 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Another strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider, and he got him. 2-2 pitch. He got him looking in the outside corner, backdoored him. And it's lined to the gap in right center field. That ball is down. It's going to go to the wall. This should get 2 runs in. Guillen scores. Here comes Pudge rounding third. They'll send him home. He scores. Casey does it again. What a stretch he has been in. Sean Casey has given the Tigers the lead.
I'll go to watch Contreras. And of course, the Tigers have got their own guys as well.
Swing and a miss, and Euclid is out of there. 2-0 pitch. Little pop-up, back to second. Tough play. Polanco makes the play, and he holds on. And Placido is hurt. Polanco with a sparkling play out in right center field. He saved a run, but he's hurt and on the ground. Of course, he's caught. Swing and a miss. Boy, did Bonderman carve up Lopez very quickly.
Bonderman has matched Kurt Schilling, who's not in this game any longer.
Well, this is a big-time situation. And the 2-2 again. Line drive, right field, base hit. It's going to score the tying run, and Ortiz comes through again with a 2-out RBI single for the Red Sox. Timlin in some trouble. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball in the air, shallow right field. Here comes Pena measuring it. Runner tags, catches, not made. It's dropped, and it's a fair ball. 1 run will score. Casey on his way to third. Here's the throw behind the runner, and they get Monroe. So the Tigers go ahead. They get a run on a hit by Monroe, and here comes Mr. Jones. He got him looking. Strike 3. Todd Jones with another save as the Red Sox are down 1-2-3 in the 9th, and the Tigers win the first 2.
Highlights early in the month.
Oh, swung on and belted way back into the air and left and gone. It's out of the ballpark.
No, he didn't.
Cleveland has cleared the wall in left. He hit it out of Fenway. Oh my goodness. Now the 2-2. Swung on and belted way back into the air and left. It's gone. A home run. Craig Monroe, Mr. Clutch again. A 2-out, 2-run shot. Boy, is he something.
He's been one of the best hitters in baseball the last 6 weeks or so.
Line drive, and that ball is fair. It's going to go to the corner. Guillen scores. Here comes Pudge motoring around third. They're going to send him home, and he'll score. 2-run double for Sean Casey. Tigers lead 7-1, and Contreras is bumming. Coming on a 2-2 pitch. Throw it right by him at 101. He strikes out Tomey swinging. Ground ball hit towards second. Perez in front of it, throws, and the Tigers win game 1. Jonesy comes out of the pen, gives up a couple of hits. No damage, though, and the Tigers win game 1 in this big series. 7-1, the final score in front of another sellout crowd in this one. And we
enough.
Oh, there he goes. Ozzie Guillen has been thrown out of the game.
Well, you knew he wasn't going to be in the game long.
This is turning into a pretty good one. Face to face. I'm not sure either one of them hears what the other guy's saying.
Leland said he wants to give him a day off, but he won't take it.
That's driven to the air, deep into center field. Anderson on the run, still going, not going to get it. This will score a run. Guillen is in. Thames is going to take the turn. He's coming to third. He's in there sliding safely. Look at Marcus Motor.
That's what happens when you go the other way. You get what you're looking for.
That thing is belted in the air. Left center field, hit well, and that ball is gone. He straightened that one out. What a night for Marcus Thames. Boy, did he crush that thing. Fly ball in the air to right. Here comes Ordonez. Long run still coming. Slides and he makes the catch. What a play by Maggs. He ran a long way and made a terrific play in right. He's got Konerko down at third base. Dye is at second. Anderson at first. Here's the 1-0. On the ground to the shortstop. Guillen has it. Throws to second with a force. Rogers does it again. Pitching out of the jam. Bouncing ball hits slowly toward third. Inge cuts it off, throws, and the Tigers win again. The Tigers, behind their pitching staff and certainly enough offense the first two nights, have taken the first two games in this series. 14 shutouts this season. That leads Major League Baseball, and you got to go back to 1969 for the most Tigers shutouts in a year.
In fact, the month of August featured a 3-game losing streak, a 4-game losing streak, and a 5-game skid, matching the longest of the season. As the Tigers closed the month with a trip to Yankee Stadium, it looked like things would get worse before they would get better. After losing the first game of the series, the Tigers trailed 3-2 in the ninth in Game 2.
Jim Leyland's Tigers lost the opener 2-0. They lead 2-0 in the nightcap. The 3-1 pitch. Line drive. Fair ball. Just out of the reach of Brandon Inge. This will score 2 runs. Jeter comes through again for the Yankees in the clutch. 2-2 ball game. Last call for the Tigers now as we go to the 9th inning. The top of the 9th inning, down 3-2, and the Tigers trying to avoid a sweep here at the hands of the Yankees. Now the Tigers down to their final strike. Here comes the crowd. Outside, ball 4. Granderson draws a walk. For 4 with a double in the 8th inning. He did not score. Swinging a drive in the air toward left field. And on the move is Cabrera. Going back. It's gone. A home run. He did it again. Craig Monroe with a 3-run shot in the 9th inning. And the Tigers lead. Woo-wee! Is that a big home run or what?
54,000 people are quiet.
Craig Monroe in the clutch has put the Tigers ahead by 2.
Craig's mom's here. He's pointing at her right now. I love you, Mom. This is huge. Hanging breaking ball, and he took it and ripped it out of here.
He absolutely killed it. Look at the look on Proctor's Tigers with a big 3-run night. We will go to the bottom of the 9th inning. 5-3 Detroit. I think so, just a tad. Fly ball, center field should do it. Granderson is there, and the Tigers earn the split.
I'm with you, Mario. This may be the biggest one of the year.
Especially considering the way the Tigers have played in recent weeks. They get a great pitching performance from Ledesma. Craig Monroe comes through big time again. And the Tigers earned the split of the doubleheader when they were down to their final strike.
This was a good baseball game, and they call these guys the Cardiac Cats. 16th win in their last at-bat this year.
The 3-2 is hit in the air toward left field. Deep! Way back! It's gone! The Tigers are 1 strike away. The bench is ready to come pouring out onto the field if the Tigers can get this final out here. And again, the 0-2. He checked his swing. Did he go? Yes! Strike 3! And for the first time since 1987, the Detroit Tigers are back on the baseball map. They are in the playoffs.
be this year. I thought maybe it'd be next year, but everybody came on strong. And when Leland took over, and of course some of these young kids came through like they have.
It's a little gift from your catcher. Yeah, this is this is unbelievable. I don't think anybody could have expected this as soon. Especially coming off 0-3, when playing with some of these guys and what they talked through, what they went through. This is just unbelievable. This is awesome, man.
Well, I think he's our key addition and the key person that's joined us because he's had the experience to do it. He's our leader. He's the guy that has steered the ship for them day in and day out. He's just a great manager is what it comes down to. So when you have Jim Leland aboard for this group of players who had a combination of some veteran players with some young guys, he's just what we needed. So to me, he's the key piece.
This is really a thrill for me. This is a special day for me. I never thought I was going to ever have the opportunity to manage the Tigers.